Welcome back to episode number 6 of the Sub 3 Hour Project. Before I dive into this episode, I want to say good luck to everyone running the Boston Marathon right now. It's on the TV behind me, so enjoy that as I'm talking. So good luck to all of you guys. I hope you guys finish well. Jumping into Monday, I had 8 miles easy, 3.5 of which I did with my dad as a warm-up at about a 9:45 pace, nice and easy. And then I finished up with 4.55 miles at about an 8:37 pace, I believe. Took it super easy, just ran by feel, and felt overall pretty recovered actually from the weekend when I did my 12-mile long run, which honestly doesn't feel like a long run at all anymore because I'm doing so many 8 to 10 mile runs per week. Moving into Tuesday, I had 8 miles really easy, again at about an 8:17 pace.
It rained the last couple of days, so it is very humid today. Weather isn't too bad though. It's nice and warm, but it is also humid, so I'm sweating a lot.
So now talking about Wednesday. Wednesday I had my track workout and I wanted to do all 10 miles on the track, but we're also doing a program at the Y where if you come in between March and the end of April, 25 times I believe, out of the 61 days, you get a star each time you check in and you get a free t-shirt. So I'm trying to get my stars. So I ended up doing the last like 1.2 miles on the treadmill at the Y, and it was actually kind of cold. I think it was like 42 degrees, and I should have worn tights, but that's beside the point.
Welcome to Workout Wednesday. Today, I got 10 miles on the track. Right now, I'm finishing up my 2.5 mile warm-up, and then we'll dive into 5 times 1K repeats with a minute jog rest in between, 5-minute rest, then 4 by 800 meter repeats with a 1 mile cool down.
And again, I'm doing those at about 25 to 30 seconds faster than I want to run the marathon in, so that when it gets to the marathon, that pace not necessarily feels easy, but it feels doable for 26 miles. And again, if you want to run fast, you have to teach your body to run faster and teach your legs what it feels like to run at those faster paces. One really tough thing with this workout though was that as soon as I got done with the warm-up, it started to hail, or maybe it was freezing rain. And also there was a 20 to like 25 mile an hour wind pushing down one of the straights. And so every time I would come around the one section, the wind would just be blasting. So I was pretty happy that I was able to keep the paces, but they were really tough. I just have to remember that if I'm doing a track workout or I'm doing a big marathon workout, that's part of the reason why you train at these faster paces, so that if something like that does happen on race day, you're prepared for that in the race. So jumping into Thursday, my legs felt it from the track workout the day before. So I had 8 miles on the plan to run just really easy, and the weather wasn't great again, so I decided to run 4 miles at the Y just so I could get my star. And then it had warmed up, so went back home, put some shorts on and a nice long sleeve shirt, and ran 4 miles outside.
Whew, feels like I'm floating. Been a while since I felt like that. Not quite a runner's high, but felt like I was floating for a little bit. It's a good sign.
Now Friday is typically my easy day where I run just really easy and run somewhere between 5 and 6 miles just so that I keep it nice and easy going into Saturday and make sure I'm ready to go for my big run workout on Saturdays. This Friday I did 6.1 miles at a 9:01 average pace. It says my average heart rate was 140, which is nice and low. And the weather was kind of cold. It was like 38 or 40 degrees. So not ideal, but again, just kept it really chill and got the miles in. So before each big long run attempt, especially ones with marathon pace miles where I'm going to be pushing myself, I want to make sure that my blood volume is high or increased. So what I'll do is I'll take like 2,000 to 2,500 milligrams of electrolytes about an hour and a half out from the run. That way it can increase my blood volume and I'll be able to perform a lot better. I'm no scientist, so I'm not sure what really happens, but I've heard from several different people that like preloading before you do a big attempt works really well. And that's what I did the last 2 or 3 big races that I've had. And it's been pretty successful, other than the fact that my last marathon, I just got injured and went out way too quickly. I'm gonna be doing 3 loops of 6 miles just to keep it easy. I'll have 3 BPN Go gels, and at each stop of those loops, I'm gonna be doing a BPN Go gel, one at 6 miles, one at 12 miles, one before the run as well. And then I'll be sipping on about 500 milligrams or so of electrolytes in this Nathan Soft Flask. If I need more, I'll get more, obviously. So the way these 18 miles were planned out is that I was gonna run 3 times around a 6-mile loop. And the first loop, I didn't bring the GoPro.
Just finished up round 1 of 3 miles at 7:20 to 7:30 pace. Slogged down a Go gel, and starting round 2 of the 3 6-mile loops. So far, the route that I planned has a good amount of uphills and downhills. Feels pretty equal. I think each loop is about 200 feet of elevation gain. And I believe Cleveland is about 650 or 7 altogether. So I'm definitely getting enough elevation training. Sometimes when it gets hard during a workout, try to look at the bright side. Just at 9 miles of 18. Now we're counting down, baby. Only 9 left to go.
The second loop, I did bring the GoPro, but I ditched it at around mile 4 because I didn't want to hold it anymore. And I thought I had stopped the GoPro, but it ended up that I didn't press the button hard enough.
This is the best day of my life! Max, you didn't push the button hard enough.
And so the GoPro was running for like another 50 minutes or something until I came back on the 3rd loop and picked it up.
All right, that's the last 2-mile section. That is 10 miles out of 17 so far that I ran at marathon pace or faster. We got one more recovery mile, jogging in. Let's finish this one up, run it home. That is 18 miles.
So the cool thing about these long runs with marathon paces and the loops that I had is that after the second loop, I was counting down miles, and I realized that I pretty much had the workout already done. There was one more set of 2 miles at marathon pace and then a couple miles easy. Going into this run, I was so ready to run fast. And the first 3 miles, I ran an 8:12, a 7:58, and a 7:50. And I knew around mile 2 to 2.5 that I was running quick, but I didn't realize how fast I was running. So I looked down at my watch and I was running a 7:50. And I said to myself, well, that's not too far off from 7:30. Again, for this run, I just kept thinking, be in the mile that you're in, or at least be in the set that you're in. So overall, after that workout, I left it feeling pretty confident. And those are what those long runs are supposed to do, is instill confidence in you that you actually can run these paces for 26.2, especially after recovering from your taper. And finally, to end out the week, I ran a nice, easy 6 miles with my buddy Trevor on Sunday afternoon at about an 8:35 pace, ending out the week with a total of 64 miles. So before I end this video, I have a pretty big announcement. At the time of recording this, April 15th, 2024, I put my name into the lottery for the BPN Survive the Night 50-mile ultra, which will be my first 50-miler if I get chosen to participate in the race. So stay tuned for, I guess, that video probably coming in June, because the race is on June 15th, I believe. So to wrap up this video, I just want to say that it's that point in training where things are starting to shift, and I'm actually feeling really confident that I can go sub 315. And not only do I think I can go sub 315, I think it might be closer to 310. And the reason I say that is the way I'm training and the way I'm approaching it with all these big volume track workouts and speed quality sessions, it's more closely related, I think, to how someone would train for a sub 3 or a 245, or something where it's an advanced runner who's trying to really go fast. And I feel like where I am in my running career, mentally I'm at that point where I'm ready to go faster. And I think, as I've said before, last year during my marathon prep, I was at 315 shape. It's just I got injured 6 weeks out. And going into this one, I think I'm faster than 315, but I'm not close enough to sub 3 where I'm confident that I could do that. The mileage and the volume that I'm doing is similar to what I'll be doing for sub 3, but it's just the fitness isn't quite there yet. I need probably another 3 to 6 months or another marathon training block with some more big base volume months in there so that I can get down to running a 640 to 650 pace at a relatively difficult effort, I would say. But that's going to be the end of this video. Again, I'm just feeling very confident in my abilities, and if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to keep following along on this marathon journey, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any videos that I make, and I will see you in the next one.